where do we begin?
Good question.
So what can you tell us about season 2 going forward after that big,
You want to know everything?
Yeah.
just what you can tell us.
Just between friends.
Wow.
Has that person already filmed? Because we can start. I'm gonna.
Have we seen this person in season 1? Okay.
It is not
And it's not the shoe
That's
shine.
a good question. Did anybody think it was
Oh,
I was wondering because I was like, is that what that was?
and it's not the shoe shine related.
beyond that? I can't. If you read the book, you know it is not Hitler. There's a very real and substantial. So let's dig deeper into the mythology. Kind of get into that space.
So how do the parallel world, which I assume is our reality, and the alternate reality interact? Are they, does one bleed into the other more so than just like the grasshopper lines to be newsreels? Or like will we have actual interactions and maybe even meetings between, people's counterparts in the parallel realities?
I'm asking for something that makes sense.
Yeah. Or
But we know technical aspects of that question, which is very interesting. And this is definitely pertinent to our show. And there are so many layers to Dick's realities, the way that he finds it. So it's a very happy question.
It kind of does pick up where we are, but there is
We saw you at the VR thing this morning. Did you get to try being in Fate? Oh.
We didn't. They all got to be Juliana, and I figured, I had been Juliana. I should let them, have that experience. No, I didn't. No, not yet.
That's no fun. No, I actually get motion sick driving myself sometimes, so probably a bad idea. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Excited to stay away from that. So, I'll ask you the question I just asked. If you lived in this world, where would you want to live? In the Pacific occupied states or Nazi America? That's no fun. Although that's pretty screwed up too. So.
That's a difficult question. I think being as connected to Juliana as I am, I think I enjoy parts of the West Coast, the culture, and the aesthetic, and the regime aside, living under a low ceiling and such extreme pressure aside. I think that I'm better off with the
So do you think where do you think you'll be your character this time, and do you think she's going to change it? Is it a big season for her?
Yes. I mean, her experience this season is so surprising across the board that I will flat out ruin everything if I talk about it. She's sad, I'm quite excited to talk about it. She's exploring different ways. This is a line that I received this morning from Lisa, and I'm folding into it with you. Yes, she's changing everything.
The relationship between her and Carrie's character was really special in that first season, and then it just, she left, and that was it. Do we get to see more of that in season 2?
Yes, there's never a that was it in the Mountain High Castle. The old characters depart and reconnect. There's always, you have to remember it's Philip K. Dick, so there's always no matter where they are physically, and no matter where their storylines are, there's that. We know they have a story. There's something between the two of them. So, absolutely.
Have either of you read the original novel? And if so, having read it, does where the series goes surprise you? Or do you think it's all in the novel, or do you think it's going on in the story?
It's a lot of the novel, certainly. I mean, there are narratives in our show that don't exist in the novel, for various reasons, for expansion. But the novel is so incredibly layered. Have you read it? Not yet? Okay. So layered that there is an incredibly vast horizon when it comes to how much of this book we can actually see. And of course, the interwoven world that we've created, there's this beautiful sort of cinematic license as well as respect and diligence to the book. And so we're scratching the surface, really. I mean, there's so many themes in it. The world is obviously the novel, and certain characters are very much
I like the series in that it takes this parallel reality and uses it as a lens to look at issues in our own culture, in our own reality. And one parallel I kind of defined out there, the Japanese occupied states sort of have a quasi-Jim Crow system in place. Is that something that's going to be explored further? And can you sort of talk about some other historical and cultural touchstones that will be viewed through this lens in the second season?
I can tell you, yes, absolutely. We are definitely digging in deeper into second states and exploring what that feels like in the media. It's really great in the book. I think that's a very significant part of the story. It's very significant for each and every character.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely. I can't tell you what it is, but yes.
So to him,
there's so many places to go with that, just based on the refinement that existed today, the story we're telling in the show, quite terrifying, similar. So there's a lot of that.
still,
Without inserting politics.
Thank you.
I definitely don't want to alienate people, so I certainly am. But I would say that, strangely, the show and our world seem to be coming closer and closer together. And there's a lot of material, I feel like, in our world that may be fit for the show.
reality.
Certain kinds of rhetoric.
He's jealous of Ed.
Unless I missed it, we don't know what the actual point was where this story diverged from ours, right? We know obviously D-Day never happened, but do we know
In the book, it's FDR has been assassinated. So that's the point at which everything changes.
okay, and you're sticking with that, oh, okay.
That's my story. I'm sticking with it. That is what we're playing. Yes.
Okay. And then the other thing that always gets me is every time watching the intro to the show, I'm like, okay, you're only showing the U.S. What about Canada and Mexico? Because anything that would have happened to them, I mean, if we didn't stop the war, they're not probably going to stop either.
The landscape of the show is slowly doing this. I mean, it's getting broader and broader and broader. So
We will explore what's going on in other places on the planet. So it's not going to be U.S. centric. Very important to know what else is going on. I know.
a sense of fact.
Yeah, could you guys speak to the departure of Frank Spotnitz and how that's affected the show, if at all, and what led to it?
I can say that I'm entirely grateful to him for launching it. And he's still an executive producer on the show. He's on the show right now. We had to consolidate creative to the West Coast. It's difficult mid-season.
Yeah.
Something you typically, do. But, we're all very, very fond of him and value him. And there's nothing beyond that I can say about whatever the situation is, but just that he continues to be an executive producer. He has all the cuts and scripts. And he's like the same very much as he did the original adaptation. Did a brilliant job. And he helped bring it to fruition. So he's always going to be part of this. There's no, there's some DNA in there. He's deeply just got the rough.
The world building in this show has been so incredible, kind of seeing how different things would have been while still being the same. I guess what's been the most striking difference and similarity between those two worlds in creating for you guys as creating the show?
Besides the fascism?
Yeah, well.
There's so much.
Well, I think it's because it's so much our world to a point, right? And so the root of the tree is the same. And so ultimately it's the branches that change. I think, the outcomes are different. But as far as the aesthetics go, we're very much sort of stuck in the 50s aesthetically based on living under that kind of oppression of being behind the time. So that's how
And yet on the German side, they've advanced. So they have.
So that's on the other coast. Right. So they don't feel.
So you'll see things that are technological as far as your past.
Yeah, I mean the different coasts of the US are so different. It's really
Can we brag about our world building team that we're nominated for 4 years?
Yeah, it's great.
They did such an amazing job. So well done.
production design is amazing. Amazing. I don't have and our title sequence and so many artistic outfits and things like that. So have those kinds of, hats off to it's really, really important just because they